All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on 2nd down, Cameron. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Cameron finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Back to throw. Cameron. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Gun!
Operating from the gun, Cameron. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now this time he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. Now a first down carry by Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. He got 29 yards that time. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Back to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. Now Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. Here we go now. Green.
But that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And McManus able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get through.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Cameron. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cameron. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Whoosh. They can't tackle it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure that
they got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Wide open receiver complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Leopard! Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Detroit!
Throwing again. Cameron. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And give them a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cameron. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Cameron, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Cameron. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets around him, and he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chapman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Antonio Callaway, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. And he's able to put it through. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Try to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there for the Niners. 69 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. And here's There's a sneak on fourth and a long way to go. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Throwing on first down. Cameron, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run. And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Gone! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Cameron, and it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McKenzie. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do you have to use timeout?
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
You spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Gone!
From the gun, Cameron, he'll buy some time right, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. A give to Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll set up a throw. Goes underneath for Bell. Swat, Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play that time for the Rams. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Niners on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over. Check three. Hot.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Niners, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.